Our planet Earth is an extraordinary place, a unique blue gem in the vastness of space. It teems with life, from the highest mountains to the deepest oceans, hosting an incredible diversity of ecosystems and species. This precious web of life, however, is facing an unprecedented challenge: climate change, which threatens the very fabric of our natural world. This phenomenon, driven by human activities such as industrial pollution, deforestation, and the burning of fossil fuels, is altering our planet's delicate balance with far-reaching consequences for all living beings. The evidence is compelling. Rising global temperatures, melting glaciers, more frequent extreme weather events like hurricanes and wildfires. These changes pose a significant threat to our planet's ecosystems, human health, and our way of life, leading to coral bleaching, droughts, and devastating floods. It is imperative that we understand the science behind climate change, its causes and its effects, and most importantly, what we can do to mitigate its impact. Scientists around the world are working tirelessly to provide us with the data and insights we need. The time for action is now. We must not wait for future generations to solve this crisis. The responsibility lies with us. We must act collectively and decisively to reduce our impact on the environment and transition towards a more sustainable future. This includes embracing renewable energy sources like solar and wind power and supporting community recycling programs. This is not just a task for governments or scientists, it is a responsibility we all share. Every small action counts, from reducing plastic use to participating in local cleanups. Every individual has a role to play in protecting our planet for present and future generations. Simple choices like using bicycles instead of cars and planting trees can make a significant difference. This essay will delve into the complexities of climate change, providing a clear and concise understanding of this global challenge. We will look at the latest research and hear from experts in the field. We will explore the causes and effects of climate change, examine practical solutions to reduce our environmental footprint, and emphasize the importance of collective action in forging a sustainable path forward. Together we can create a future where both people and the planet thrive. Climate change and global warming are often used interchangeably, but they refer to distinct yet interconnected phenomena. Global warming specifically refers to the long-term increase in Earth's average surface temperature. This warming trend is primarily attributed to the increasing concentrations of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. Greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide trap heat from the sun. While these gases occur naturally and are essential for regulating Earth's temperature, human activities, particularly the burning of fossil fuels, have significantly increased their concentration in the atmosphere, leading to an enhanced greenhouse effect. Climate change, on the other hand, encompasses a broader range of changes observed in Earth's climate system, including changes in temperature, precipitation patterns, sea levels, and the frequency and intensity of extreme weather events. These changes are a direct consequence of the warming planet and the complex interactions within Earth's climate system. The science is unequivocal. Human activities are the dominant cause of the observed warming since the mid-20th century. This conclusion is based on multiple lines of evidence, including the unprecedented rate of warming, the correlation between rising greenhouse gas concentrations and temperature increases, and sophisticated climate models that accurately simulate observed warming patterns. The primary driver of climate change is the increase in greenhouse gas emissions caused by human activities. These emissions trap heat in the atmosphere, leading to a gradual increase in global temperatures. The burning of fossil fuels, such as coal, oil, and natural gas for electricity generation, transportation, and industrial processes, is the largest contributor to global greenhouse gas emissions. This reliance on fossil fuels has been a cornerstone of modern industrial society, but it comes at a significant environmental cost. Deforestation is another significant contributor to climate change. Forests act as carbon sinks, absorbing large amounts of carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. Trees play a vital role in absorbing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere through photosynthesis. This natural process helps to regulate the Earth's climate and maintain the balance of gases in the atmosphere. When forests are cleared for agriculture, logging, or urbanization, this stored carbon is released back into the atmosphere, further enhancing the greenhouse effect. The loss of forests also means the loss of biodiversity and disruption of ecosystems. Agricultural practices also contribute to greenhouse gas emissions. The expansion of agricultural land often involves deforestation, and the methods used in farming can release various greenhouse gases. Livestock, particularly cattle, produce significant amounts of methane, a potent greenhouse gas, through their digestive processes. Methane is much more effective at trapping heat in the atmosphere than carbon dioxide, making it a critical factor in climate change. Additionally, the use of synthetic fertilizers in agriculture releases nitrous oxide, another greenhouse gas, into the atmosphere. Nitrous oxide is even more potent than methane and carbon dioxide, contributing significantly to global warming. Industrial processes such as cement production and the manufacturing of chemicals also release greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. These industries are essential for modern infrastructure and products, but they come with a high environmental cost. While these emissions are smaller compared to those from fossil fuel combustion, they still contribute to the overall warming trend. Every bit of greenhouse gas added to the atmosphere exacerbates the problem. Transportation, particularly road transportation, is another major source of greenhouse gas emissions. The convenience and necessity of vehicles in daily life have led to a significant increase in emissions. Cars, trucks, and airplanes rely heavily on fossil fuels, releasing significant amounts of carbon dioxide and other pollutants into the atmosphere. The growing demand for transportation fuels the cycle of emissions, making it a critical area for climate action. Section 4. A world transformed: consequences of a warming planet. The consequences of climate change are far-reaching and profound, affecting both the natural world and human societies. The impacts are visible in every corner of the globe, from the icy poles to the equatorial tropics. Rising global temperatures are causing glaciers and ice sheets to melt at an alarming rate, contributing to rising sea levels. This melting is not just a distant phenomenon, it has direct consequences for millions of people living in coastal areas. This poses a significant threat to coastal communities, infrastructure, and ecosystems. As sea levels rise, coastal erosion intensifies, and saltwater intrusion can contaminate freshwater resources, making them unsuitable for drinking and agriculture. Climate change is also altering precipitation patterns, leading to more frequent and severe droughts in some regions and intense rainfall and flooding in others. These shifts can disrupt the delicate balance of ecosystems and human activities. These changes have devastating impacts on agriculture, water resources, and human settlements. Crops fail, water supplies dwindle, and entire communities can be displaced by flooding. Extreme weather events such as heatwaves, hurricanes, and wildfires are becoming more frequent and intense due to climate change. These events not only cause immediate destruction, but also have long-term economic and social repercussions. These events can cause widespread damage, loss of life, and displacement of communities. Emergency response teams are often overwhelmed, and rebuilding efforts can take years, if not decades. Climate change is also impacting biodiversity, with many plant and animal species facing habitat loss, shifts in migration patterns, and increased competition for resources. The delicate balance of ecosystems is being disrupted, leading to unforeseen consequences. Some species are at risk of extinction as they struggle to adapt to the rapidly changing climate. The loss of even a single species can have a cascading effect on the entire ecosystem. Human health is also at risk from climate change. The increase in extreme weather events and changing environmental conditions can exacerbate existing health issues and create new ones. Extreme heat can lead to heat stroke and other heat-related illnesses. Vulnerable populations, such as the elderly and children, are particularly at risk. Changes in precipitation patterns can increase the spread of waterborne diseases, while air pollution from fossil fuel combustion exacerbates respiratory problems. The combined effects of these factors can strain healthcare systems and reduce overall quality of life. Section 5. Turning the tide: actions for a sustainable future. Addressing climate change requires a multifaceted approach, involving actions at all levels of society, from individuals to governments and industries. The goal is to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, enhance carbon sinks, and adapt to the unavoidable impacts of climate change. Transitioning to a low-carbon economy is essential for mitigating climate change. This involves reducing our reliance on fossil fuels and embracing renewable energy sources such as solar, wind, hydro, and geothermal energy. Improving energy efficiency is another crucial aspect of climate action. This includes developing and utilizing energy-efficient technologies in buildings, transportation, and industrial processes. Energy efficiency measures not only reduce greenhouse gas emissions, but also save money and improve air quality. Forests play a vital role in mitigating climate change by absorbing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. Protecting existing forests, restoring degraded forests, and promoting sustainable forestry practices are essential for enhancing carbon sinks and preserving biodiversity.